What's going on, everybody? It's the Hook Cam back again with this time with another film breakdown, a legitimate film breakdown, talking some X's and O's today. I am very fired up. I got some black coffee. I got some Copenhagen. I'm feeling like a coach again. I'm ready to roll. Today we're talking about why blocking backs are important in the NFL. This all stemmed from a live conversation I had heard yesterday on Real Detroit Lions Fans and Luke G's live show. I will plug both of them in the description. They had a really good conversation yesterday about Kerryon Johnson, who had just recently been waived from the Lions. Now, this isn't necessarily about him. However, one thing that Kerryon Johnson did very well for Detroit was he was able to block. He was able to pick up blitzes. He was able to pass block. And I don't think that a lot of people know how important that is truly to an offense. So I went through, I dug up some clips from the playoffs this past year from the Packers, Browns, and Chiefs, and the Buccaneers. All three teams utilize their back differently in terms of picking up pressure, which is ultimately the reason why you have a back in place to block in your pass protection. So with all that being said, guys, before I dive into this, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to my channel, The Hook Cam, as well as the Jackson Kruger Sports. I personally just hit 8,000 subscribers. I cannot thank each and every one of you enough. Still blows my mind that people want to listen to my stuff. However, I truly do love football. I love breaking down football. My allegiance to whatever team I like doesn't matter. Good football is good football, and I appreciate it, and I love watching it every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive into why blocking backs are important in the NFL. Now, a big reason why I noticed this is because I coached offensive line. So I understand how vital it is to have your back in your pass protection. As an offensive line coach, like when I was coaching, when we went 5-man, just straight 5-man protection, I was nervous. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in a 5-man protection. It's not that I didn't trust my guys to get the job done, because I trusted my coaching. I trusted I had those cats ready to go. However, it's just still there's things that can get thrown at you that you don't expect. So with this first clip right here, this is a really, really good job by two guys, okay? The back and the center. This is an insane job by this center, okay? So basically what's dialed up here is the Washington football team have a very, very standard pass rushing front, okay? And basically what you're trying to do with this front is isolate this guy, get him out of the pass protection. I will take my 4 cats on these 4 guys every single day of the week. That's essentially what this is. I want one-on-ones across the board. Now, what the Washington football team does is they stunt all of their guys in. Okay, so they're trying to eat up every gap. And then on top of it, what they do is they bring pressure from this backer. Now, this pressure does get gummed up a little bit because ultimately what happens is we get 2 hot dogs and 1 bun right here with 55 and 90 going into this B gap. Now, it is important, though, and what happens on this play is that ultimately, this offensive line has pointed out this guy is their responsibility. Okay, so this dude, 53, he's going to work over to the left side of his field in coverage because 55 is bringing pressure. As soon as our center right here sees 53 working over in coverage, he snaps his eyes to 55. Insane job by him. The other thing that's a really good job on this play is Leonard Fournette picking up this blitz. Okay, if Fournette is not there picking up this blitz, this guard, he's already eaten up by 94. And this center, I don't think he's going to be able to push his guard over there soon enough. We can see right there, right? Now, blocking backs are absolutely vital. If Leonard Fournette does not pick this guy up, he's getting pressure on Brady, and Brady might not complete this football. It is a big game. I believe this was a first down. And, I get it, middle of the field, maybe some people are going to say it doesn't matter. Every snap matters, man. And if one sack can change a game, strip sack, injury, whatever, it can change a game. So in this situation, right, it's basically man protection across the board with this. We see right here we're working basically a sift. If he works upfield, then our tackle's going to work off. If not, he's just going to stay right here. However, to the pressure side of this, center sees it. He's trying to get his guard over. Guard doesn't see it. Fournette steps up and a big boy block right in the gap. That's a great job. That is an outstanding job picking up that pressure. That's just the first clip with this. Now, moving on to the NFC Championship game, we saw even more examples of how important it is to have a blocking back. Okay, so with this protection right here, really simple, just slide protection. Okay, so they're basically just sliding to the left and everything. So if I'm playing center, I'm responsible for my left hip to this guard's right hip right there. So we're going to slide protect everything. With how Kenny Clark stunts right here, 64 is going to end up picking him up, which is exactly what he does. Now, on the back side of this thing, how this works out with the back and the tackle, right? Tackle most of the time is going to work out to this defensive end. Not necessarily work out, but I mean he's going to be responsible for 91 in this play. That's going to leave a gap right here in the B gap. This is where 28 has to step up and pick up pressure if it shows, which it does, and he picks it up. This is a great job. I mean, look at this pocket that Brady has to throw off of. Yes, obviously we have a tremendous amount of protection from the offensive line, but this is a really good blitz pickup right here. And again, this dude, we're talking NFC Championship game. If this cat can't do it, he's not on the field. Leonard Fournette can get this done, and we see why right here. That's a really good job cutting that dude off. Great ball from Brady, first down. But we see, right, if we don't pick this up, let's say that we don't have a good blocking back here. This dude's going to get a helmet right under his chin strap, and he's going to get launched right into Brady. Now, I still think Brady can make that throw, but a lot of that's dependent upon, how good is your quarterback? How long has he been in the league? Can he handle pressure in his face? A lot of stuff like that. So moving on to this next play, we're going to see basically the same thing. It's all out slide protection, okay? And again, with this slide pro, everybody's just working to the offense's right. I had to flip my brain for a second, okay? But the one key difference in this is that Gronk's supposed to stay in protection on 91. Gronk doesn't do a good job in this situation, right? Tackle and Gronk, right? So the tackle is working down because that's where his slide protection's taking him, right? He's going to work down in this situation, especially when he's got a dude right there in a 2-eye. He's going to work down in that to secure that gap. Now, this technically isn't his responsibility out here. If we're sliding right and Gronk is responsible for the end man on the line of scrimmage, that's all him. But we have Leonard Fournette right here scanning across the field, coming over and picking this up. That is a huge block, right? Now, is it a devastating block? Is 91 not going to play for the rest of the game because he got hits? No, it's none of that. That doesn't matter in blocking. It's cool. It's great. It's really cool for draft stuff. Is he mean? Does he finish blocks? Yeah, that's awesome. However, I want to know, was the block effective? Did it get the job done? In this situation with Leonard Fournette, it got the job done. If Leonard Fournette isn't scanning and picks that guy up, picks 91 up, I don't think this ball is complete because he's right in Brady's grill. That's a really good job by Leonard Fournette. And Leonard Fournette wasn't just great running the football in the playoffs. I mean, he put on a clinic blocking guys. This is an outstanding job. Okay, one more time, it's just slide protection. Gronk loses on the inside when he's manned up. Your tackle can't get over there in time. Leonard Fournette scanning. He knows that the slide protection's working that way, so he can come backside, which is what he's supposed to do. I guess I should explain that too. Traditionally in slide protection, you're not going to have you never have your back go to the way of the slide. You always have them go away from the slide protection. So if everybody's sliding this way to their right, back's going to work all the way to the backside. All right, he's going to fit the hip of the tackle or tight end. Okay, now, like we said, Gronk loses inside, so he's got to work inside and pick 91 up. Really good job from him in that situation. Now, this next clip is from the divisional game between the Chiefs and the Browns. I thought this was a really good job from Baker Mayfield, actually. So just a little bit of the pre-snap stuff right here. Anytime you see a quarterback who motions their tight end into the line of scrimmage whenever they're in, empty or gun or anything like that, it really doesn't matter. Whenever you see a tight end get motioned into the formation, chances are it's because we're worried about pressure and we want to have him in to block. Now, with this, we see a lot of the same things that we do with that last clip with the Bucs. This is a max protection slide pro, right? Max pro, slide pro. Okay, and basically what's happening with the offensive line, everybody's sliding to their right once again, okay? And what I think Baker Mayfield is thinking, this is 2nd and 18, so they're trying to push the ball downfield. They have 6 guys in the box right here, okay, right from both sides of it. So instead of having David Njoku go out on a route, we're going to bring him into the protection. We're just going to max protect it and push the ball downfield. Now, what's important about this is that Njoku is now responsible for Frank Clark, okay? And he actually does a really good job on this play of blocking Frank Clark, a lot better than I would have expected from a tight end. However, the key for me in this situation is knowing the defense and having this block remain in to pass protect, okay? Steve Spagnuolo for the Kansas City Chiefs bring pressure on 3rd and 2nd and long all the time. It's in his blood. It's in his DNA. He's been doing it since he got into the league. So if I'm playing them, I need to have a back in the backfield who can block. So exactly with what Baker does here, we motion this tight end into the formation, right? He's going to block now. He's responsible for 55. We're going to slide pro everything down, and our back's going to fit in right here. Now, what's 49 doing? Because if we see this thing pre-snap, he's working with David Njoku. So when he works in here, now what Sorensen knows is that he's into this pass protection. He's going to check to make sure Njoku isn't going out on a route. As soon as he knows Njoku's not going out on a route, which you can see as soon as he locks up with this or as soon as he gets in his back pedal, now we're going to bring heat. Okay, now we have somebody free because we're sliding down this way. It breaks rules for an offensive lineman to work back here. That doesn't make sense. They're not going to do that. Everybody's looking to the gap to their right. So what you need is a back who can fit into this gap and protect Baker Mayfield. We need to protect the Q in this situation, right? We can't put this on the offensive line. It breaks rules to work back. So what we have is our back coming across the formation. Kareem Hunt does a good job getting in his face and blocking. If Kareem Hunt isn't there, or if Kareem Hunt can't do this, this is a sack. It's 3rd and long now, and the Browns are in a really bad situation. Instead, because we have our back in the formation to block, we pick up a 1st down on 2nd and long. Outstanding job. This is why you need a back who can block in the NFL. Guys make careers off of stuff like this. Couple more clips here. I know this video is going a little long. I'm just having so much fun talking football. I can't control myself right now. Now, with this play right here, once again, we see slide protection from the Cleveland Browns. Almost said Kansas City Chiefs. From the Cleveland Browns, we once again see slide protection. Now, the difference is that we have a linebacker out here on the edge. We're not going to work him out here and then have the back fit that just you're never going to have. You never want to back on a D end ever in the history of football ever. So we're going to slide everybody to the left in this situation. Okay, we're manned up right here. Okay, with this tackle and this defensive end. Now, Kareem Hunt does it's really, this is like basics of basic slide protection. Okay, everybody's sliding to their left, and then we're going to fit the hip of this tackle right here and pick up pressure off the edge, which is exactly what we do. Now, you can see Kareem Hunt's kind of playing some mind games because he's staring down Hitchens right here, the mic. I'm imagining that he's trying to get him to think, oh, okay, he's going to be manned up with me. Different protection, right? If Kareem Hunt is manned up with the mic in this situation, it's probably going to be hinge protection. Okay, and hinge protection is completely different. Video's going too long, so I don't want to explain that right now. But in this situation, you can see we need a back who can man up with this linebacker right here. This is a really good block. This is a great block by Kareem Hunt. Does he get pushed back a little bit? Yeah, who cares? The block's effective. He gets the job done. Easy pickup on 3rd down for the Cleveland Browns. Now, the next clips that I looked at was the NFC Divisional Game between the Rams and the Packers. Again, Packers need a back who can block. We need to give A-Raj time, okay? This play right here has a ton going on, and it's really only to accomplish one goal. LA Rams are lined up in a very, not really a classic pass rushing front, but a pass rushing front. A lot of teams are doing this these days where they're putting 3 defensive linemen or, whatever, rushers. That's not rushers, it's defensive linemen. They're putting 3 defensive linemen on one side of the offensive line and trying to overload, right? Now, ideally, you would think, okay, we're here, and we're here. No, that's not how this is going to work, okay? This pass rush is pretty crazy, okay? So what happens here, we're just working at it from left back. This D lineman is going to work upfield and then cut back inside, okay? 97 right here, our one tech is going to work all the way across the field. This Aaron Donald right here is going to work upfield, and then he's going to work outside, and then we're going to twist. So basically, we have a twist on both sides of the football, okay? And all that they're trying to accomplish with this is you're trying to move these guys out of the way here, and you're trying to move these guys out of the way here, and you're trying to create a seam right in the middle of this pocket. That's the whole goal of this pass rushing front. And what we have to understand here is that this dude blocking this guy is essential to this play. So with this play, center's going to work to the right side. I would imagine it's because he's their point man. However, 33 is going to be manned up with 51 wherever he goes. That's the whole point of this play, okay? Corey Linsley is going to work to the right in this situation. They're pretty much manned with everything. They have 3-on-2 over here. We have 2-on-2 on the backside. We're looking good. But the key to this block is Aaron Jones right in the middle of this thing, right? And this pass rush accomplished exactly what it wanted to. Look at the seam that we opened up right in the middle of this offensive line. We need a back who can work up into this thing and block 51, which is exactly what we get right there. Easy completion, 1st down. That's why you need blocking backs. If you don't have a back who can block in that situation, or if your back's out of the picture, blocking scheme's going to change, and it's really going to hurt the integrity of this offensive line when it comes to blocking everything and being gap sound with how you're pass protecting. This play right here is really simple. It's just Jamal Williams doing a good job picking up a twist on the backside of this thing. Here's the back if you guys want a quick breakdown on it. Jamal Williams is right here. We get a nice little twist once again from the Rams to do a really good job keeping their defensive front active. Good blitz pickup, good twist pickup from Jamal Williams. Rodgers doing Rodgers things, picking up that first down, big play for the Green Bay Packers. Now, there are different ways, and this is kind of why I put some Chiefs clips in here. There are different ways to go about attacking pressure, right? When you're getting pressure, it depends on the defense, because every defense is going to have an empty check. So when you go in empty, that defense is going to say, okay, they're in empty. We have to check into what our empty check is. Now, this could be different because they're inside the red zone or they're inside the 25. But the Chiefs knew that when they went with their empty, they weren't going to get pressure. Some defenses, when you go empty, they bring heat because they know you only have 5 to block. So they'll bring heat defensively. Just a couple of clips of how Kansas City does it. They do a really good job of putting teams in a bad situation in terms of, we know you're going to have to man up across the board, and we know that's going to hurt you. Right here, just really quick with this clip right here, all Kansas City's doing is they're working their back out into the flat because they know they're going to be manned up here, and they're running Kelsey on a little slant. You're going to get one-on-one, and Kelsey, well, not really a slant. He's working like a whip route back inside. That's a sick route. But you know that you're going to get man coverage, and you know that you can put your receivers in a position to win. I'm going to wrap this thing up because it's been going on for a little while now. That is why blocking backs matter in the NFL. Blocking backs, 100%, they have a place in the NFL. Guys make careers off of being able to block in pass protection. So, long story short, some stuff you don't see. Hopefully I shed some light on that. Hope everybody's having a good day. Stay safe out there. Really fired up for football season. A lot more content coming your way. Make sure if you like this video, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to my channel, The Hook Cam, as well as to Jackson Kruger Sports. That's all I got for you guys today. Stay safe out there, and I will see you next time.